Hey, this is Arjun, CEO of Dula, and I'm going to break down everything you need to know about registered agents. What is a registered agent? Do you need a registered agent? Should you be your own registered agent? I'm going to break down everything you need to know about registered agents and more. Let's dive in. Incorporating your US business is a fantastic way to separate personal from business, which is one of the major reasons why you should incorporate, in addition to getting limited liability protection. However, regardless of whether or not you form an LLC, a limited liability company, or a C Corp, a C corporation, a registered agent is going to be required, and it's required in all 50 states in the United States. The registered agent can technically be another third party, the business owner, or a nominated individual. And while it might be tempting to think, maybe I should just be my own registered agent, that isn't always the best idea. But to understand why, let's first start with really understanding what is a registered agent and why is it required. What is a registered agent? Any incorporated business in the United States needs someone available during business hours to be available for contact for any legal matters from the state or the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. Things such as service of process, correspondence with the state or the IRS, tax notices, both at the state or federal level, all of these require a physical address, a PO box is not required, with a person available during business hours to be contacted. Can the business owner be the registered agent? You might be thinking this, and you might be wondering, why can't I, as the owner of my business, be the registered agent? Technically, there is nothing preventing the business owner from being the registered agent of their business. But the truth is, this is oftentimes not the best idea. If you operate from home and have a fixed address, then technically, again, you could be your own registered agent. But before you commit to doing this, you need to ask yourself the following questions. Are you tied to one physical location from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week? This may not be a problem, but if you need to go out and do sales meetings, you need to go out and pick up inventory, you need to go out and scout out physical locations, this isn't going to work because the registered agent requirement says you must have a representative available in the physical location for those continuous hours from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Are you organized enough? Being your own registered agent requires you are responsive and on top of all notices from the state or IRS. You cannot be late to respond to a potential tax notice or a litigation notice. For some entrepreneurs, organization is a strong suit and part of their skill set. But for others, having someone else, an outsourced third party or another representative to be on top of that can be highly beneficial to allow you as a founder to focus on what you do best, while someone else can handle this back office process. Does your business operate in multiple states? If your business does operate in multiple states, there is a requirement to have a registered agent in every single state. This can be highly cost prohibitive if you are trying to be your own registered agent, because this means you will need a physical address and location with a representative staffed from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week in every single state you are doing business. The easier alternative is to simply hire a registered agent service instead. Are you okay listing your personal home address on the state's record? The truth is, if you are your own registered agent, you will need to list this address on your articles of organization, and this address will also show up on the state's directory for your business. To protect your privacy, this is not a great idea, as anyone who does a lookup for your company will be able to see this address and they will know where you live. No one wants unannounced junk mail showing up at their front doorstep, and no one really wants people showing up at their doorstep too. Do you have a reputation to protect? The truth is, if your personal address is on the record, that means if there is a litigation or a state notice, that's going to be summoned or delivered to your doorstep. Having the registered agent's address can serve as a buffer of protection between your personal life and address and the registered agent's address. After asking yourself all these questions, to summarize, the ultimate pro of being your own registered agent is the cost saving. You do not have to pay a third party to be the registered agent. There is no middle person. Any state notice or tax notice comes directly to you. But if you're asking for my recommendation on whether or not you should be your own registered agent, it really boils down to a few things. First of all, as an entrepreneur and as a founder, your time is the single most valuable asset. And saving a few bucks on being your own registered agent, in my opinion, is not worth the hassle. You'll need to have a physical address in every state you do business. You'll need to be physically located in that address from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., which can be highly prohibitive in terms of your day-to-day operations. But the big sticking point for me is that you are not able to protect your personal information and privacy. By being your own registered agent, that address, it might be your home address, is going to be listed on the public record. And by using another third-party registered agent provider, you're able to protect that privacy and create insulation between your business and yourself. And that to me is the single biggest reason why it's best to not be your own registered agent. On top of all the paperwork and admin responsibilities that you are now adding to your plate, the biggest one is protect your privacy, and by using a third-party service, you'll be able to create insulation again between yourself and your business. If you are looking to find a registered agent for your business, you can do a lookup on the state's website. Every single state website should have a list of registered agent providers that you can work with to satisfy this responsibility. The good news is, by working with Doula, you'll actually have a registered agent provided to you, whether or not you formed a company with us or you're looking to migrate an existing business to Doula. And the final thing I'll say is, do not worry if you already started and you were your own registered agent. It's always possible to transfer your registered agent to a new provider, whether that's provided by Doula or provided by someone else. In summary, although there might be some cost savings in being your own registered agent, the cons vastly outweigh the benefits of those slight cost savings. You don't have the privacy protection, you don't have someone you can depend on to promptly respond to and open up tax notices and litigation notices, God forbid they come. And last but not least, your time as a founder is the single most valuable asset. And if there's a trusted third party who can satisfy this requirement for you, it allows you to focus on what you do best, while Doula, in this case as your registered agent, can handle the rest. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions about what a registered agent is, any additional questions on whether or not you should be your own registered agent, or you'd like to transfer your registered agent service to Doula, don't hesitate to reach out and comment down below with any questions you might have. Thanks a ton for listening.